On this episode of The Mimic's Veil, we kick off our Cool Game Club for Cool Game Clubbers, which you too can get involved in at patreon.com/The Mimic's Veil. And the first game that we pitch for Cool Game Club for Cool Game Clubbers is Have a Nice Death.
So I've been thinking that a good game for us to try for our inaugural Cool Game Club for Cool Game Clubbers is Cool Game Club for Cool Game Clubbers. It's a beautiful, I'm going to assume it's hand-drawn 2D roguelike.
Ooh.
I wanted to play this for a little while. Let me read you a little description. You play as an overworked death whose employees have run rampant, completely throwing off the balance of souls and his vacation plans. In order to restore order, you'll have to grab your trusty scythe and show your employees who's boss. This game is Have a Nice Death.
Yes.
I remember this.
Yes.
Remember it.
Yeah. I've never paid that much attention to it. I don't know why. No.
I've always been sort of drawn to the art style of it, to be honest with you. Because it is on Game Pass.
Ooh.
So it's part of a subscription I think we all have. It just looks it looks absolutely stunning. Just watching a wee video of it there, like the art style is lovely. It's lovely.
It is. It is very cool.
I just see a bit there, and there's a pot in the background speaking to death.
Oh. I don't know why, but do you remember that episode? I think it was like our 5th episode or something, where we were recommending games for each other to play.
Yeah.
And like half of them were black and white. Then we started off with this. Why is that? What's that all about?
We're just
What's
like
that all
Dark
about?
Souls, aren't we?
But look at the
Maybe.
splash of colour in there. That is stunning.
Bit of neon pink in there. It's a cracking art style. What's the HLTB on that?
The HLT, which stands for Half-Life Tomato. What?
The HLTB.
Yeah. I don't know.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, how long to beat?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't
Get down
know.
with the kids.
I don't know, but I can find out right now.
That's
I didn't investigate that.
I think that's a factor that we have to
Right, let's
consider
see.
when we're talking Cool Game Club for Cool Game Clubbers.
Have you looked this up?
No,
And you know that it's long.
I'm not trying to sabotage your
Exactly. It's
suggestions.
9.5 hours for main story. But listen to this. Main plus extra. Have a guess.
30.
28.5.
Fucking hell, really?
Completionist. What are you thinking?
52.
66.5.
Jesus. What are you doing for all that time?
God knows.
I could be playing Metaphor Refantasio.
It could be.
Okay, probably should be. Yeah.
But obviously,
Well,
main
but-
story.
Yeah. Under 10 hours.
Under 10.
Under 10. Anything under 10
All
in
gravy.
terms of game hours is good.
Maybe
Alex?
I need to rethink my suggestion.
It's not all about that. It's not all about that. Good. Yeah. I think that's a warm start, Lewis.
Okay.
I think that's warm. Have you? What,
Do you want me to can I give you some reviews?
yeah.
Again,
Whatever you
like
think
I
will-
love
will
going
help.
on the Steam page.
do.
IGN 8 out of 10. Do you know what they said? What the tagline was?
Good.
It's a killer time.
Oh, and they're professional writers, so
They
that
are
must
indeed.
be a clever tagline.
Game rant 4 out of 5. Amusing, memorable, and downright fun. And Twinfinite 5 out of 5. Can't exist. I can't say enough good things about Have a Nice Death.
The end.
Yeah, that's mostly anything.
That's the whole review. Wow.
And it gets 81 on Metacritic.
Oh, when did it come out? So
2023, I think. Last
okay.
year.
Yeah. It feels like one that kind of went under the radar a little bit,
Yes.
Did.
which is great for this exercise.
Exactly.
So,
So,
yeah.
you want me to do another one now, or do you want to go round the table?
How should we do this?
I think round the table.
We're making it up as we go, aren't we?
Yeah.
And then what? And then you just decide, and then we all just decide
We'll just pick one.
the strongest from what? Yeah, okay, go on then. Alex, you go.
So we're going to do 3. I was doing 3 because I have three games.
Well, I don't know. Was he?
It's a
might be a bit
surprise.
much.
It's a surprise to all of us. Yeah. Okay. Go. Yeah. Do you go, Alex? Go on. Give us one.
So if you think that one was a warm start, I'm going to take you to hell. So this is a game we've talked about playing, and we've talked about a lot, and we've never still gone back and played it. And I think this is perfect for Game Club, or Cool Game Club for Cool Game Clubbers.
Yeah,
that's it.
Because you can club together and make a little club to play together and play Diablo 4.
Ah.
You can have a little cult. We can go and fight things. You can take 25 hours to beat the main story if you want, or you can just go and do some missions and kill some shit and have fun. And then it gives us an excuse to actually go back and revisit it. It's on Game Pass.
Yep.
There's been an expansion if you want to go a wee bit further. I think, yeah.
It's generally on offer as well, isn't it? On other platforms,
Yeah.
like you generally pick it up quite cheap now as well. You are a sneaky bastard. I'll give you that.
Always. I thought it's a good excuse to get back and get in and playing it together.
It is. Will anyone else want to do it though? I think that's my biggest question mark.
I think
Will
we
it just
would.
So we should say what we'll do is once we've come up with our 3, we're going to end up this episode with 3 suggestions, right? And then we're going to put it to the patrons to vote on which one we all play,
Yeah.
and they will also be obviously
forced to
invited to play it as well. Be forced to at gunpoint. At Scythe Point, 2 Scythe heavy games so far. Interesting. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. But yeah, I don't know if anyone else. I never got the sense that anyone else was really that arsed by Diablo.
I think they would be if you made them, though.
It is good.
It is good.
It's good.
I'd play it if I was made to.
Yeah, well, I think it's got a little bit of crossover with your Survivors likes as well, hasn't it, Alex? In a way, because you're not really doing anything a lot of the time. You're just sort of walking along,
Fighting.
pressing a
Singing a
button,
song?
like holding
Holding down
walking
the button.
in a hellish wonderland. Yeah, it's yeah, okay. I think that's a sneaky one because we've already said that we want to go back to it. So clever.
Yeah.
Clever. You've got my ear. You've got
What's
my ear.
that? Have you looked at the HLTP?
25 hours for main story. Something many hours for 47 hours main plus extras. 179 hours for completionist.
Wow.
Obviously, I only ever look at the main
Yeah, of
story. Yeah. So 25 hours is all right, isn't it? Particularly for us, Alex, who are probably halfway through.
Yeah,
Maybe a
we
bit more than
probably
that.
did get a decent away do at the beginning.
Interesting. Okay. Well, let me pitch one then. That is a complete other end of the spectrum. You guys have both gone pretty dark with your choices so far. I'm going to go colourful, and I'm going to go Lil Gator Game.
Oh,
Lewis screwing up his face there like a miserable bastard. So if anyone wants a little bit of joy in their lives, this is often been compared to a short hike, but more sort of cutesy looking, but similar vibe to that. Super colourful, super breezy. HLTB on that puppy is 3 hours, so it's nice and short.
Puppy, it's a gator.
Gator, okay, sure. And it's on Game Pass as well, which is another good one. All 3 of them have been Game Pass games so far. It's also available on basically all platforms. $15.99 PlayStation, $16.75 Nintendo Switch and Steam.
Wow.
So yeah, but it just I haven't said anything about the game because I've never played it, but I've always fancied playing it because it's looks like quite a nice little, something bright in this unforgiving
Existence of darkness.
Yeah, basically. So yeah, I thought that was a cool one. I don't think it's my strongest pick, but if it's a nice little counterpoint to the darkness that you guys have suggested. So that's mine. That's my first one. Lil Gator Game. How do we feel about that, Lewis?
A Lil Gator Game.
Yeah.
Not much.
No?
I don't know. That looks all right.
That's
I wasn't a big fan of a short hike. I thought it was massively overrated. Taking a bit of cutesy Animal Crossing type aesthetics to what a shame.
interesting you mentioned Animal Crossing, though. That may come up later.
Oh well. Pocket Camp.
Yeah, okay, fine. Well, look, that's what it's all about. Debate. Healthy
It's
debate.
very healthy.
Go on then, Lewis. Give us another one of yours.
I am going to suggest the remake of Silent Hill 2.
I don't know why, but I feel like you're making this up as you go.
I'm not.
It's like,
I'm going on my notes.
Google. what's a video game?
The remake of Silent Hill 2, which
Okay.
as of this podcast releasing is out.
Is out. Yep. Yep. Why? Have you played the original?
I've never played the original. I've never played any Silent Hill game.
Right. So why the interest in this one?
Because it's horrible, it's dark,
Yep.
it's gloomy. It's a beloved franchise. It's a beloved game. Mm-hmm. Why do I need to keep on going on?
What else? Come on.
It doesn't. How long to beat? It's 14 hours. 14 hours of jam-packed fun. I mean,
14 hours is okay.
yeah.
Are there designated chapters? That's what I need to know. Because that's a deal breaker for me.
There has to be.
There has to be. I need to know that I'm near the end of a chapter so I can stop playing. If we're playing something like this, I can't.
Is it because you have no control?
I have no control, and my 3 children will attest to that.
It says here there are 12 different chapters in the story of Silent Hill 2 remake.
Okay.
But I don't know if that's like Alan Wake style, obvious chapter end.
Well, let's
Or
give it the
just-
benefit of the doubt and say that it is.
See that it is.
But it is a very well regarded game, and it's probably one of those games that I would never get round to, if not forced to, in order to engage in community enrichment. Yeah. So okay, Alex, what do you think about that one?
Nah.
Yeah, shy.
I don't like scary games.
No, you don't. You don't. Diablo 4 is probably the limit of the scariness,
Yeah,
isn't
that's
it?
like the scariest like I would go. I mean, there's a little bit of me like wants to know what the fuss is about, but then I've never played any Kojima game, so like, why start there?
Is it a Kojima game?
Silent Hill, right? The
Yeah.
original was, at least.
Yeah,
Was it?
Silent Hill 2 was, I'm sure. Maybe
Konami.
I'm wrong.
I'm surely not. Surely not.
Let me just ask
Konami.
Konami directly.
Okay, while you're checking your facts, because I know he was supposed to be making Silent Hills, wasn't he? But I don't know.
Silent Hill is a horror anthology media franchise centered on a series of survival horror games created by somebody. Designers Hideo Kojima.
Cool. He was
Sam
involved.
Barlow, brother of Gary.
Also a massive Tory tax avoiding prick. Great voice though. Okay, Silent Hill 2 remake. Interesting pick. I would say it's gone down like a bit of a damp fart.
Well, it can't all be winners.
No, they can't. Alex, what else have you got?
See, I'm sticking to kind of bigger games. And this one, I mean, it's got a 2 in it. That's as much as it probably coincides with Lewis's choice. But it's Dead Island 2.
Oh.
Okay.
Because this has recently been added to PlayStation Plus. It's a game, again, that I've always kind of fancied giving a try because it's a bit daft. It's a bit...
Yeah.
Like, it's more in the silly side of zombie hunting and zombies and all that shite, silly weapons and all that. I think it could just be quite fun. Like, one of those games. And I think even for the how long to beat, just because I know that's what you care about, 16 hours for the main stories. It's not huge. So it's a decent length. We all like a decent length. And I just think it would be one of those that would be a nice, cool game for cool game clubbers because it's just a bit silly. And we like something that's a bit silly.
And you can probably club zombies in it as well.
Yeah.
Club them to death. Yeah, I have also, Lewis, wanted to play this.
Yeah, for a long time.
Yeah. It does look fun. Was it last year it came out?
It was either late last... I think it was late last year, or it was last year, I think. No, it was... No.
Oh, no, it was just a sequel, wasn't it?
Just a sequel. It just took a long time.
Because it was the first one that like you could go into like a shopping mall and like...
That was Dead Rising.
Ah, right.
And that's been remade,
That's been remade, yeah.
Yeah.
DRDR.
Yeah. And I do like you say, it's almost, although you're killing zombies in this, I always think of this as being quite a colourful, silly.
Yeah, because it's like set in LA or something.
Yeah.
It's something quite vibrant.
Yeah, good to say. Yeah, that's not a bad pick. That's not a bad pick at all. And the fact that both Lewis and I have both said we want to play it. That is a strong contender, I would say, just off the back of that. How long did you say it was? 15
16
hours?
hours, it says.
16 hours. And it's on PS Plus. Is it on Game Pass as well?
I don't think it's on Game Pass. I will research and confirm, but I don't think it's on Game Pass.
Yeah, I mean, if it's on any subscription service, that's good. Good. That is promising. Yeah, I've had my eye on that because it goes down quite cheap nowadays as well. So I have been half tempted to buy it a few times. So
I'm not sure if I actually have it in the family library as well.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. Is it, has it got, not that we ever do this because we just don't, has it got online multiplayer?
I think it's only a single player game. But
okay. Well, that's good because let's face it, we'd never play multiplayer anyway. Lewis, how are you leaning on that one?
I like it. I like it.
I like it a lot.
Oh, it does have online. It does have online co-op. 2 to 3 players.
There's 3 of us.
It's 3 of us exactly.
Oh, and we've all got PS Plus, haven't we?
Yeah.
We could stream it. Okay, I'm getting carried.
Yeah, you're just going too far now.
Just one extreme to the other. Okay, let's dial that back. Good pick, Alex. I'm happy with that. I think that's the first one we've had so far where I've been like, I've got one that is, again, a departure from all this death and horror. You guys. This one is, well, let me tell you about it and see if you can guess.
Okay.
It's on Game
games.
Pass. It's on Game Pass. It's 15 hours long. It came out on Game Pass first, but now it's available on all platforms. It's $15.99 on PlayStation, $14.99 on Switch and Steam.
Hi-Fi Rush.
You're in the right ballpark. It's not that. It's one of the other ones.
Oh,
Grounded.
No, the other one.
Sea of Thieves.
Oh no, the other one.
Disc
It's one of them. It's one of them.
Disc Slammers. What's it called?
What was the other one?
Slammers. Think medieval.
Skyrim.
Pentiment.
Pentiment.
Oh,
There it is. Yes. We're listening to the outro from Pentiment is. It's one of those where I played hour or two probably when it first came to Game Pass, and it's a slow one. It's like there's none of your zombie killing stuff that we've been pitching so far. It's a thinking man's game. It's a thinky game for thinky gamers.
Yeah.
And thinking is cool these days.
It is.
As I keep telling my children, hey, just think, because thinking is cool, and I
Cool
think
thinking for cool game.
exactly. So I think
Game Club for thinking game clubbers.
exactly. So I just think it would be a nice change of pace.
You think?
And because obviously the format of this is based on a book club, let's do some fucking reading, guys. Let's do some reading. Let's get together. Let's talk about history and stuff that happened in the past, which is history. So, yeah, I just thought, I don't know, it's different. And it's one of those where I've always fancied doing it, and I think it would be quite nice to get together and chat about it after the fact. So,
That's a good pick. I like this, yes. That's same as you played the first couple hours, wasn't the right frame of mind for it. I was like, it looks nice though. But
yeah.
I've wanted to play it again since it came back, or since it came out on the Switch. I was like, I might pick it up on the Switch.
Yeah.
Good pick.
Good.
That's a good pick.
Yeah. And I thought, what did you play it at all, Alex?
I think I played about halfway through and then stopped playing it.
Okay. All right.
I
So
started playing it when I got the Steam Deck. I streamed it to the Steam Deck and played it on the Air Game Pass on the cloud. So I wish I just finished it at the time, because I'm probably was far enough through that I should have just finished it. Really?
Yeah. Well, now you can.
Now I can. Yeah.
You can. You couldn't have before, but now you can. Yeah. So, okay, good. Well, that's a positive response.
How long to beat?
15 hours.
So it is.
Yeah. Which is a reasonable amount.
Yes, yeah.
It's.
That's good.
I think.
Do you know?
I do. Go on.
The artwork reminds me of Dead Cells.
Does it?
Yeah, because it looks like the guy's head's on fire or something like that. So if you asked,
Oh, because of the hat.
is that a hat?
The flappy hat.
That's not a hat.
I don't know. I don't know what you're looking at.
Just
I thought it was like a quill.
Is it?
Oh, poking out of his hat.
I don't know.
I'm
just never met.
Right, stop the
never met
podcast.
him.
We need to look at pictures of Oh, on the cover art.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Right, I get you now. Sorry, I thought you meant like the actual in-game.
No,
No.
that'd be ridiculous.
To me, that looks like a mushroom.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. But one man's mushroom is another man's flaming skull, as they always say. Okay. That's Pentiment from me. Lewis, what is your final suggestion?
My final
for
pick.
CGCF CGC.
Right. My final pick for... I'm not going to do it. So, obviously 2 very dark games so far, which you've complained about, so scrap that.
Quick pivot for the last one.
Quick pivot. And it's funny you should mention reading. This is also, as far as I'm aware, a reading-based game.
Okay.
Reading World.
Okay.
And that game is, of course, Doki Doki Literature Club.
Vetoed.
Fuck off. You don't want to play Doki Doki.
That's genuinely what I've got on my second one there.
Nobody else is going to play that. Oh, mate. That's brilliant.
Now, Lewis, why do you want to play Doki Doki Literature? That one that I can't see.
Well, I know that someone here has already played it.
Only once, though, and apparently it's one of those games you need to play more than once to get the full
4 hours.
experience.
Completionist, 7.5 hours. It's meant to be very, very good, from what I hear.
I didn't think it was very good, but
No?
I don't know,
On the
like
bus.
I mean, it's fine. I didn't get anything from the story at all. When you finish it, it does some stuff.
You're so
And
superficial.
then I guess if I was superficial, I would have loved it. But I didn't get anything from it. But I do think I probably only got. I didn't get the full experience because I think you are supposed to play it more than once. And that's when it. I don't know. Supposed to turn into some sort of horror game at some point, isn't it? But I didn't get any of that. Nothing was remotely horror.
It's meant to be very dark. The darkest
exactly.
of all games so far that's been put
Yeah.
forward.
Yeah. Interesting though, because yeah, I mean, I would go back to it if everyone else did, if that was what was going on, because I feel like I didn't get the full experience with it, but I just can't imagine Alex playing this. I can't imagine
No, I can't imagine.
grumpy
playing
Mark
this
Hammond
either.
playing it, or
Mark would
Yeah.
love this.
no, he would. No, I can't picture anyone. I can't literally. I'm the only person I can picture playing this game.
I'm just here trying to expand everyone's gaming horizon.
I respect that. I respect
Can't
that.
all be winners.
No. The hardest thing to believe is that Super Mario Brothers 2 was based on this game. That's Doki Doki Panic. I made that joke on Twitter once and they got a similar
Same
response. Yeah. So I'll probably give up now. Yeah, that's an interesting pick, Lewis. A bold choice, if ever there was one.
Thanks.
So, respect for that. Alex, any thoughts on this? Anything at all?
No. Like, I can't. It just does not appeal to me in the slightest. Not even a tiny, tiny bit of false interest.
Can't even muster a question or any feedback. Just your shit.
That's all right.
The most troubling thing is we are going to have to pick one of Lewis's games to put forward to the vote. That's going to be a struggle. So,
Where's the
Alex.
struggle? Having his death surely going to be the one that gets put forward there.
Yeah, probably. Alex, what's your third and final suggestion?
See, this is another bigger game again. Because
Okay.
it just seems to be my theme for the evening, for the podcast. And I don't think you would expect me to say this game.
Okay.
But I've got a shiny new bit of hardware to play it on. And my game suggestion is Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered.
Oh. That's a great shout.
Because obviously I've got this PlayStation 5 Pro which should run it like Lurpak or something, like not just butter, like good butter. It's
Not just fucking off-brand supermarket butter.
This is your
Lurpak.
Yeah, it's too expensive to buy the Lurpak, but get a PS5 Pro. But this is a game that I've always said that I couldn't get into. It was too slow. It shouldn't take 3 hours to get into a game. But I feel like I'm missing something with this one. I definitely do. And I want to play it. And I feel like this is the perfect time to play it. This should be the best version of it to play. And the best hardware to play it on. So. But it is a big game. There's a lot to do in it. Ben, you've played it to completion. You've platinumed it. You loved it. It's one of your favourites, isn't it? So
Yep.
yes.
Yeah. Sneaky again. Lovely game. Yeah. And the presumably the remaster will still look good on base PS5 as well, won't it?
Yeah, because it's basically kind of brought up to par with Forbidden West.
Yeah.
And it's a cheap upgrade for if you have it, I'm sure.
And it is one that Lewis said he would like to get back to as well.
I bought it.
So you did. So you did. Well, there we go.
I bought it.
That's an interesting pick.
Sneaky again, though.
Yeah. I guess.
Underhanded tactics.
Yeah, he's. You got to
Where was
watch
the
out for him.
curveball? Where was your Doki Literature Club, Alex?
I mean, that was the curve. I mean, that is a curveball for me. I don't think many people would have suggested me ever to say Horizon. So
Yeah, I guess.
I guess my only misgivings is that I have played it already. So it's like, am I going to spend another?
Remastered and you can get another platinum for it, Ben.
We'll get the...
Oh.
Will it auto pop?
No, maybe. Don't know. I guess I could like play the DLC.
Burning Shores.
Yeah. If
Oh no, that's Forbidden West. I don't know.
Frozen
Ice,
Wilds.
Frozen something, ice.
Frozen
something,
Wilds. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Although I don't know if that's part of the. Yeah, surely that's part of the remaster. Surely it'd be like a complete version.
Yeah,
think so.
I assume so.
Surely. Yes, that is an interesting pick. That is one to mull over. And then mull we shall. Okay, well, I'm going to go for my final pick now, if that's okay with you.
No, it's not.
Okay, well, I'm gonna do it anyway. You're just gonna have to deal with it. So this one is here's the stats. Here's the headline. This is on Game Pass. Check. Not only is it on Game Pass, it's also on Netflix.
Ooh.
So if you haven't got one of those subscriptions, what are you doing with your spare time?
Point.
It's also the HLTB is 6 hours. So, it's 6 hours long, which is it's not a big commitment,
It's not.
which is great. And the game is Case of the Golden Idol.
Ooh. This is the one I've always fancied.
Yeah. Yeah.
It sounds like
You're frowning, Lewis.
That's just my face. It sounds like George Stobart. What's his name? Point and click.
George Stobart.
What's his name?
Yeah, it's
George Stobart's the lorries. What?
Eddie Stobart.
Eddie Stobart.
Sounds like an Eddie Stobart game, doesn't it?
You mean the
George
Monkey Island guy, no? Do you? Yeah.
Sorry, Ben. On you go. George.
No. Now I want to try and remember that guy's name.
I'm sure it's George Stobart.
No, it's not George Stobart.
It's Smark. No.
Well, speak of the devil.
Broken Sword.
You have summoned Smark by mentioning his name there, Alex, and he has played this game.
He has.
And he fucking loves it. And don't take my word for it. Here's the man himself.
God.
Oh, hi, Mimics Vale, this is Mark here. Yeah, Ben asked me to just put together quickly some thoughts on the Fitness Plus app that Apple has. Basically, it's like an exercise program tool.
That's the wrong clip. Hang on. Here we go.
Hello there, the Mimics Vale. This is Mark. Ben has asked me to put together quickly my thoughts on The Case of the Golden Idol. Lovely little indie game. This is a game that's good if you enjoy puzzling things, if you enjoy deduction and logic, and because that's essentially what you're doing. You're moving through a series of chapters in the game, working out what's happening in each of the sort of murder mystery scenarios where there's death and sort of dark rites being performed and strange mystery cult-like groups and a golden idol. So those were my thoughts. I do recommend playing it, but I asked Christine as well, and she said, because we played it together, it's definitely a game to play. It's a good game to play as a 2 or a 3 or a 4 or a 5. And she said, I thought a lot of the people on it were ugly. I thought a lot of them had very skinny legs. Did you notice that? So those are her thoughts. Those are both our thoughts on The Case of the Golden Idol. Thanks very much. I recommend playing it.
Oh, excellent. Can
So
I just
there we
say,
go.
the first clip, he was obviously in the toilet.
Very different sound quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also unclear there at the end when he was saying Christine, his wife, said they're very ugly and they've got very skinny legs. I don't know if she was talking about us or the characters. In case of God. Either way, I mean, I've got very thick legs, very thick, as you know.
Seen them?
Yeah, you've seen them, right there. But yeah, that was smart. So imagine, like, if I was articulate, that's what I would have said. But he's actually finished it and he loves it. And I think it's such a well-reviewed, well-regarded game that if we're talking cool games for cool game clubbers, I don't think it gets much cooler than Case of the Golden Idol. Take it from the coolest man in video game podcasting, Smark.
Yeah.
So that's
You
my.
lost
That's
me
my.
there.
Okay. I got carried away. Strike that from the record. Yeah, I think it'll be good. And as I said, 6 hours long, not a big commitment. It's on 2 big subscription services, so there's probably not a financial commitment either. And
What was it? You said it was on PS Plus and Netflix.
Game Pass and
Game
Netflix.
Pass.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think there's an update that's come out or is coming out, something that's makes it like the definitive version, and that's all free as well. So yeah,
Because there's a sequel coming, isn't there?
there is. Yep. Be good to get the first one out of the way and possibly jump into the sequel when that drops. So
It looks good.
yeah, and I have played, again, it's one of those where I've played like the first chapter and really, really liked it. Similar to Pentiment, and just dropped off for no apparent reason. So it'd be good to have that commitment that we're going to play it, going to finish it, and then we're going to talk about it at the end of the month. Case of the Golden Idol.
It's one I've always fancied. It is definitely one that I would like to play.
Excellent.
There's lots of games in there I'd like to play. I mean, there were 6 good games in Lewis's picks. Like,
Damn. Yeah, but harsh but fair.
Can I just say, George Stobart was in Broken Sword.
Okay. Eddie's less successful brother. Okay, good.
Investigator.
Okay. Well, that's another mystery solved. Now let's solve the mystery of what are the 3 games we're going to pick to pitch to the patrons. Pick to pitch to the patrons.
Or was it one each?
Your three.
Yeah.
I think one each of everyone's. So I think my strongest one is Case of the Golden Idol. So I'm going to push for that. What do you think your strongest one is, Lewis?
Doki Doki Literature Club.
Yep. Alex,
Strongest chance of not getting picked, yeah.
what do you think your strongest one is, Alex?
I don't know, because I think all of mine are pretty decent.
They are, actually. I would say, if you could discount one of yours, I'd get rid of
Diablo.
Horizon.
Do you think?
I think it's too long
Okay.
and too PlayStation-centric.
Okay. I think Dead Island,
Yeah. I
because
would
none of
agree.
us have actually played it, whereas Diablo we have played.
We'll have a head start if we do
yeah.
Diablo. Yeah. And I think that's, Dead Island 2.
Dead Island 2, I think, from my list.
Lewis? You just checking in. Are you sticking with Doki Literature Club? This is going to be the absolute troll pick, and everyone will be like, "Yeah, let's choose that." And then none of us will
gonna
actually play it.
I am going to change it to Have a Nice Death.
Okay,
I think that's the best of the
not as funny, but probably a
Yeah, because we would end up having to play Doki Doki Literature Club, and I'm curious, so I might play it anyway.
okay. Okay, so you're picking Have a Nice Death. I'm going to pick Case of the Golden Idol. And Alex is picking Dead Island 2. So those are the three games. And then we'll let the patrons vote. And then we'll all play it. And then in a month or so's time, we'll get together. We'll take some comments from the community. We'll take our thoughts. And we'll talk all about whichever one of those games that we choose. Make sense?
It does.
Perfect sense.
So just to reiterate, those games are Have a Nice Death, Dead Island 2, and Case of the Golden Idol. Nice.
Lovely.
Good. Well, good work, team. We've done
Well done all.
We've done great things here today. Thanks. Take 5. Don't take 5. Stay right there, because we're about to do something. We're about to do something crazy. Do you know what it is?
No.
No, you don't. But guess what? It's Guess the Outro Taboo.
You didn't push the button.
Did it not work?
No, it's working now.
Do you know what?
It's on now.
Oh shit, there's been a malfunction. Hang on. Do you know what it was? I pushed the button, but I didn't let go of the button. So it didn't register that I pushed it. Anywho, let's crack on. Right, I'm going to give you a choice here.
Ooh.
A choice of clue. So,
Number 1 or number 2?
here
Good
is
clue
your
or
choice.
a bad clue? I'll have the good clue, thank you.
Oh, the shake clue. Right. You can either choose a clue, or I can tell you which listener submitted this suggestion.
Oh, clue. Surely. What do you think, Alex?
Clue? But you always complain about the first clue.
I
being
know, but
choice.
it's saying it's going to be like, it'll end up being like recent. It'll just be some absolute shite. So just give us a clue.
Let's see how many patrons we can insult in one episode. Okay, cool. All right. In that case, your first clue is an article on oneup.com says this has aged well compared to its contemporaries. That's your clue.
So it's an old game then.
It's a good clue.
Aged well in comparison to what are the
Well,
games
it's
that
not
have
going to
had-
be Mario 64, is it?
No. But it could mean it's another 64 game. I don't think it would be.
No. I mean, oneup.com, is that... I've never heard of it. What kind of
No,
shite do
neither.
they write?
Let's
Is it
go for
Nintendo focused? No.
Should we go for a decade? What are you thinking? I'm thinking 90s.
I'm thinking 90s as well. But
that's that. Ben, is this game from the 1990s?
Oh, do you know what? I've just been sitting back, sort of relaxing while you're talking amongst yourselves, and I could have been getting up the Wikipedia page in case you asked me a question like this. So let's just say I'm checking right now. Play some elevator music. Do something. Go on, Lewis. Tell us what you had for dinner, Lewis.
I had pizza.
What sort of pizza?
A margarita pizza.
Margarita pizza.
I had some
Basic bitch.
balls. I've turned veggie recently.
Shut up.
Wait, stop. No.
No.
Honestly, about a month and a half.
No, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Okay, I've got the answer now. We can stop talking about that. We'll come back to that, Lewis, because that sounds like a Patreon topic.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's a good one.
Good. Because there's something I thought about as well. Vegetarianism, veganism. Let's discuss. Let's
discuss that.
Let's circle back. Okay, Alex has disowned us. Right, so the question was this originally released in the 90s? Is that correct?
Yes.
No. Question 2.
I'm going to assume it's the noughties then.
Naughties. Aye.
Because all the games of the 80s have aged like fucking pish.
Is that an indie? No, not. That's not a question. That's just not said that for you. Because you don't think you'd have really indies like as we would think of now, like back then. So.
Yeah. But what you might have is, Ben, is the character name in title.
No.
Dear.
Question 3.
And it's aged better than its contemporaries. It's a tricky one. Should we...
It's Tetris.
Yeah, might be. Great soundtrack. Is it what kind of questions can we ask? Type of game? Puzzle
Is that a
game?
plot?
I'm thinking.
Yeah, is that a puzzle game?
No.
No, it's not
Jesus.
Tetris.
Not a puzzle game.
Is that 4?
Yeah, you're on question 4 now.
Platformer? Or a shooter? I feel like they're the kind of games that you talk about aging, like as you were talking about Time Splitters earlier.
Yeah. Yeah,
Or in
a
a
shooter.
previous episode, I can't remember.
Yeah. Yeah, because shooters don't tend to age.
Particularly well.
Yeah. But then these are games that a game that has aged well in comparison to that. Again, I don't think it's a very good clue.
Well, you had the option of something else. So you've got yourselves to blame.
Yeah, that's true. The clue at 5 can't be, it was submitted by...
Look, sometimes that's the way the cookie crumbles, okay? Come on, question 4.
Was this game on the... I don't know. Is it a PlayStation? Was it on the PlayStation? Any of the PlayStations? I don't know what I'm asking. It was, okay.
It was on a PlayStation. It was on any of the PlayStations.
So that's 4. Was that a PlayStation exclusive?
No.
Right. So give us a clue now.
Can you at least try to feign some enthusiasm? Okay. Hey. Okay. So this was nominated for an award for outstanding innovation in gameplay, but it lost to Animal Crossing.
Oh, wow.
Remember Remember when I said Animal Crossing earlier in the show?
You did say
Remember?
that.
Yeah.
It was to Animal
This was that.
Crossing.
It must
Which
be
one?
like a PS2. Like it has to be a maybe I'm going to say PS2. A push PS3.
Could be like something like Parappa the Rapper or something. But that was exclusive, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, I guess Animal Crossing came out in the 90s in Japan. And then, I don't know, 2001 or 2002 in the West.
I suppose what kind of things are innovation in gameplay though? I mean, what would be classed as innovation in gameplay that still holds up well in comparison to its contemporaries? Could it be something like Dance Dance Revolution or something?
Civilization. Mark Hammond.
Question 6.
Should we try and nail the genre? Is that a clue?
No.
What do you think? I suppose is it? I mean, because you said it come out in one of the PlayStations, but it's not PlayStation exclusive. So it's not SingStar or something. I'm now in my head. I've got something pure gimmicky, like because of this gameplay innovation. But I mean, Animal Crossing's are not gimmicky. Like, so that's just nonsense.
You're circling around the right kind of area. Just between a lot of what you've said is you're moving in the right direction.
So that it is essentially like if some sort of physical gameplay attached to it. Is that
Okay, maybe not that bit.
maybe not that.
But you're just you've said some stuff that's like have the courage of your convictions. Ask some questions, narrow it down. Get the time, get the console, get genre.
We'll try PlayStation 2.
Could be like SingStar or something. Like, or Guitar. Oh,
Guitar Hero. Did this game require a peripheral to play it, like outside of a normal controller?
No.
No,
fuck
it's not
off.
Guitar Hero.
You led us in the garden path there.
did.
That's unfair.
No.
You're in the right area. Just follow your convictions.
Not those ones. No peripheral. Okay, question 7.
So should we see if it was a 2000s game? Well, it must be if it's Animal Crossing. It's not 90s.
Yeah.
So it must be in the noughties. It was
can't
on a
believe it's-
PlayStation.
It doesn't use a peripheral.
But it's got innovation in gameplay. And it holds up in comparisons to its contemporaries. Is it a rhythm game?
Yes. I'm going to say yes. In that way.
It's kind of.
Yes.
And it lost out on innovation to Animal Crossing. And it's kind of a rhythm game. It might be Parappa the Rapper.
Kick, punch, it's all in the mind.
That wasn't exclusive, actually, was it? Because was that not?
I think so.
Because that was like a PlayStation. He's in Astro.
He's an Astro, yeah. I think it is exclusive. You're right.
Question 8.
So was that a PlayStation 1 game?
You asking me?
Are you okay with asking that, Lewis?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
No.
Right, okay. So that doesn't really help us, but it rules some stuff out.
Yeah.
Question 9.
This is tricky. This.
So it's kind of a
Especially
rhythm game.
You give us terrible clues and then hint at something and go, actually, no.
Could it be something like
The last clue's very good.
Journey or something? But that's not really a rhythm game, but it was all about music. Or what was the other one? Flower. that they were PlayStation exclusives at the time, you know? Was that PS3 actually? I don't know. Maybe we should ask if it's an indie, because they were indies, weren't they?
Let's ask. Let's get to the clue.
Is that an indie, Lewis? Is that an indie, Lewis? Is that an indie, Ben?
No.
Right, so many questions, is that?
No. You've got one question remaining.
It's the killer question, Lewis. What do we think?
I mean, no, absolutely. We know barely anything about it because
I know it's some sort of rhythm-ish game. It goes out at the same time as Animal Crossing-ish time.
yeah, it could be like Just Dance. Because you don't need a parade. Because I guess you need the.
He did at the time, no, because that
camera.
was a Switch thing at the time, nearly, wasn't it? Did that not come about with the Switch?
What?
Just Dance.
Is it? What was it? Like a dancing
Unless
thing
it
with
could
a
do.
Kinect or
Dan,
something?
that, yeah, Dance Central was with the Kinect. So yeah, it's still a peripheral for me.
Yeah, I guess that's too vague, like too obscure even.
And it still stands up to its contemporaries. That's the. Would you think it was? Should we maybe see if it was part of a series?
Yeah.
Was
Okay.
it the first game and part of a series, or was it? Oh, yeah, that's. I was going to elaborate on that question, but
So, is that your final question?
yeah, I think so.
No, not part of a series.
Right, so final clue.
Okay. Not part of a series. Your clue, Alex. Coming to you here. One word. Synesthesia.
Synesthesia. So, I mean, it's going to go back to something like Lumines and stuff, and it's that kind of audio visual experience. So you like Fantavision and stuff back at the time. Res? Could be Res?
Don't know.
Res? Yeah, let's go for Res, because that was a PS2 game, and it had that hand thing, but you didn't need it, the vibration-y thing, and it was all very innovative at the time, and I was playing it at the weekend with that hand vibration thing. Do you think it could be Res?
I've not got a fucking Scooby.
Well, we might as well guess that then, eh?
Yeah.
Is it Res?
Is it Res? Yes!
Yay.
It's Res. Well done. Well done.
And it
So-
did have the hand vibration thing, so it did actually but it didn't need it.
yeah, and the Dreamcast version didn't have
Didn't
that,
have
I
it.
don't think either, and they released simultaneously. So it was an optional thing. So you didn't need a peripheral, but yeah. So, did you see what I mean? How about you were kind of circling around it because you started getting the era right, and you started talking about music and stuff, and Lewis shaking his head. You got it.
Still got
You
it.
haven't got us. You got it again. You did well. You did well. You got it.
Who nominated that one?
Oh, he didn't actually need a peripheral.
Yeah. Well, guess who nominated that?
Mark Hammond.
No, it was Smark again.
Oh, was it really?
It's been a Smark heavy show.
Dear me.
Yeah.
Direct from the toilet.
Yeah. Obviously a brilliant soundtrack. This game is all about music. It was obviously Japanese developed, but it was the soundtrack and everything was inspired by Mizuguchi's time in Europe, like absorbing like rave culture and all the rest of it, and he just wanted to put that into one of his games. And obviously Mizuguchi's then gone on, as you rightly said, Alex, to do like Lumines and Meteos and Tetris Effect, Humanity, So brilliant. And they've all got that synesthesia thread going through them. So yeah, he's probably one of those auteurs, isn't he? I think we can consider the Gooch as an auteur. So yeah, that's cool. And yeah, the soundtrack's really good. And I don't think Mark actually nominated a specific song. So I had the pleasure of listening through the whole soundtrack, and I've picked one that I think is very, very good. And it's actually by Cold Cut, who you might have heard of, and Tim Bran, who I haven't heard of. And it is called Boss Attacks Remix. And I think it's the final boss theme music, as far as I can tell. Haven't ever got that far in the game, but it's a great game, and it's one that I would like to get through. Good in VR, Res Infinite, and good on the Dreamcast. I played it on the Dreamcast as well. Cracking game. But you played it at the weekend, did you, Alex? You said?
At the games exhibition that I went to.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Do you know what? It would have been a good cool game club for Cool Game Clubbers game, because it's clubbing, music, all that. Oh, well, didn't think of that at the time.
And it definitely does stand up to its...
Exactly. That, that art style obviously makes it pretty timeless, doesn't it? So, yeah. Great game, superb soundtrack. So let's have a wee listen to some music from Rez.